In 2023, we've supersized your mornings.
Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
The boys are back.
Hey, it's Ben and Liam.
And Bell. But there's a couple of other Adelaide legends joining the Nova morning lineup this year.
Jodie and Andrew Hayes.
Legends,
This
whoa.
is an interesting change.
Yeah, I'm feeling alright.
Ben, Liam and Bell from 6 a.m. And now, Jodie and Andrew Hayes, 7 till 9.
Hey.
G'day, my friends.
Double the laughs, double the fun.
A much better looking breakfast show than recent years.
Significantly, actually.
Yeah, well, thanks, Jodie. Thanks for rubbing it in.
And it all starts now.
Yes, good morning. We are the new guys.
We're
And
the
it's good to be chatting to you this morning on day 3.
We're the new kids on the block, but not the good ones that sing like real bangers. But we are the new kids nonetheless.
NKOTB,
NKOTV.
as they prefer to be called in their latter stages.
You're a show-off because I was trying to think of the acronym in my head and I couldn't, but look at you. It just rolls off the tongue. The old 80s bands, don't they?
Yeah, of course, straight to. Look, it's good to be here, Joe. It's because we're still finding our feet and we're learning so much about each other and our listeners.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting involved, 13 24 10. Text line as well, 0400 919 919. It's been busy.
Like a real speed dating vibe about us, isn't it? Like
Yes.
get to know us real quick.
And we'd like to get to know you, everyone else.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd love to do that.
Have you speed dated before?
I've never... Oh, have I? No, I
Because
haven't.
that sounds like an awkward situation.
Oh, can you imagine sitting there trying to get to know someone in like 15 seconds? How embarrassing. I can't think of anything worse just quietly.
I've got one for you.
What?
Text line.
Yeah.
This one says, so good to have Jodie back on the radio. I used to listen to her on Mix. There's a lot of texts and a lot of messages coming through of that ilk, which is really nice.
That's lovely. Thank you. That's really nice feedback.
And also, I've just been looking at some of the comments again on the advertisement, some of the
Why?
articles.
Don't do it. Why?
This one as well. All the comments about you are lovely. This one says, Hayes is a soaking wet blanket. Not a wet blanket, not a damp blanket.
It's soaking.
Soaking wet blanket.
Oh, that's horrible. You're not.
Oh.
I get so defensive when people say horrible things, particularly about you, because you're not a blanket and you're not soaking and you're not wet.
But what have I said? If you're going to do something, do it properly. So if you're going to be a blanket that's a little bit moist, then go hard. It needs to be soaking.
Yesterday someone said you sounded like you should be delivering a eulogy.
It's all good, solid feedback.
Oh, that's nice.
Strikers in good form. Good to see the boys up and about again last night. Put on over 200. Big win over the Renegades. Our boy Chris Lynn, 69 not out. They're on fire in the top 3.
Good number to finish on too, isn't it?
Classic.
Yep. Hey, big show coming up, Hayesy. Are You Shniting Me? Your chance to win a $100 Schnit House voucher. This is where one of us tells the truth and one of us tells a lie, and you as the listener have to work out who's being honest and who's being deceitful. Hayesy, this week, you've got a bit of hate on the Tizer website. You also got a bit of hate from a very unlikely source. We need to talk about that as well. And yesterday we promised you Sam Smith tickets. We've got them to give away. And we also promised a very big announcement. Are you ready for it?
Let's get into it. Time for a little version of Ask Us Anything, where I'm going to fire some questions at you. You've got to be open and honest.
Why do I have to answer the questions? Why can't I ask you the questions?
Because you're the big dog. You're the voice of reason.
So true.
And what you say sticks.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and if you've got some intriguing questions as well, text line 0400 919 919. I'll start. Celebrity Hall Pass. Who have you got? And have you had an open conversation with your beautiful husband, Greg, about this?
Not really. But it's unwritten that I should be allowed to have sex with David Beckham.
Really?
Should I ever get the opportunity?
It's unwritten.
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be spoken about.
There you go, David Beckham.
That's just the rule.
Which is strange because his first name is David and not Greg, because you've got a strong history with Greg's, we know that.
Yes, we do.
But there you go, David Beckham in the
You'd go
firing
there,
line.
though, wouldn't you, with David?
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah.
Who would say no? Who the hell would say no to David Beckham?
Well, as long as he didn't talk.
Yeah.
I'd just be
It
like,
lets him down a little, doesn't it?
I'd be like this. I'd be like, shh, David. There's no need for words. Shh. It's okay.
You can see him coming towards your ear trying to whisper something and you go, no. It's going to do so much more damage than you think. Okay. So just stop, David. All right. David Beckham, that's a good one.
Hello, Jodie. Oh, shut up, David.
No. Get out, Dave. Not good enough. Greg, come pick me up.
Put your shirt back on, David.
Geez, that was quick, Jodie. What happened? Didn't go to plan. Oh. Do you want to get knackers?
ruined the mood, David. You idiot. Told you one rule, don't talk.
Okay, this one come through via the text line, 0400 rather, 919 919. Nearly rattled off the text line of a previous employer. Won't do that again. Good stuff. Career aspirations. Did you always want to do media?
I like when I think about it, I always wanted to work around sport because I always played sport growing up. And then I don't know why I did this, but I started studying nursing.
Really?
For 6 months. I did 6 months of nursing on the Gold Coast.
I
And then
didn't
do you know
know
what they
that.
do to you? They put you in the like the elderly homes just to really weed out who was serious about caring for other people. And then I worked out pretty quick smart. I wasn't that compassionate.
You were the weed. You got weeded out. How did Jodie go with the old folks? Yeah, she didn't last the morning.
Yeah. Could you, Gareth needs a shower in room 24. Jodie, can you just go and attend to naked 89-year-old Gareth? No, I don't want to. I'm going to hide around the corner and read the Women's Day. That's what I'm going to do.
And by the way, Gareth knows you're coming too, and he's ready for it. He's a bit of a character, Gareth. That's how we refer to him. I've got one for you as well.
Gareth didn't hate young blondes, you know.
No,
Come and
of
give him
course
a
he didn't.
shower from the nursing. Yeah.
Of course, he didn't. Jodie pulled out, and they sent in Darren, and he was very upset with that. Last question. Do you find your co-worker or co-workers attractive? And this is a fun, safe environment. There's a lot of new people here. Should we go through them all individually?
Zoe's hot. I do find her attractive.
Really?
Yeah. Zoe, the producer.
Oh, boy. There you go. Good, solid honesty.
So are you...
What about EP Sean?
EP Sean's cute.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
Cute as a button.
Yep. He's no Gareth. But he's cute.
And he speaks much better than David Beckham. He's got that going for him as well.
So are you essentially asking me if I think you're hot? Is that what you're asking?
Hey, this was a question that came through via the text line, all right? So this is a question via the people.
See, so when I pick up my phone and look at the text line, it says, Hayesy, do you think I'm hot?
Oh, thank goodness I sent that text to the right person.
Oh, okay, well, can I be completely honest with this one? I've always thought you were hot. Always.
That's very nice.
We've worked together for a long time at Channel 7, Channel 10.
Oh, that's lovely.
We've gone to a lot of press conferences together.
Yeah.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. Jodie's Juice.
Oh, God, Prince Harry is the gift that keeps on giving. So his book's out today, and it's on Amazon, and it's gone #1 already. It's gone gangbusters. I think we were looking at buying the audiobook. How much does it cost? Do you know, Sean, EP?
Yeah, well, we just jumped on and bought an Audible just subscription. So
Oh, we've got a subscription.
We've got all the books.
Did I pay for that?
You did.
How much did that cost me?
The bill's in the mail.
Okay, good.
Yep.
All right.
You didn't even say how much. Was just take my money.
Oh, I said
I want to listen.
pay for it, and now I want to know how much it costs. The royal family, this is an amazing story, believes Prince Harry has been kidnapped by a cult of psychotherapy. And Meghan Markle, according to a report, a royal source has told The Independent that the family fears it has fully lost him to cult-like beliefs. It clearly blames on his California actress wife, Markle.
I'm not a good man at reading social situations, but I get the feeling that Meghan Markle's not popular within the royal family.
Oh,
Are you picking up that vibe?
that was fairly perceptive, I think. What about this? The influx of cyclists on Adelaide's roads in the lead up to the Tour Down Under has triggered a plea from police for riders and drivers to learn the rules. You've become a cyclist.
I
haven't
have, yes. I'm carless at the minute, and I've been riding my bike everywhere to and from work for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and it's brutal out there.
Let me pull back the curtain here for a moment. You had a car when you were at Essendon, and they said you can give that back now.
They said, yeah, give that back, thanks. That is not your property, get out immediately. I said, well, I've got a bike at home. And look, to jump into this world,
Yeah.
you get some really, really solid looks from motorists. Like there's an instant disrespect.
So I'm the opposite. I respect cyclists, and I don't want to hit one. So if I see a cyclist, I'm one of those people that veers so wide around them because I'm just terrified of clipping one.
Yeah, well, that's good. We don't want to be clipped by you.
No.
So thanks for playing ball.
You haven't invested in the Lycra yet, have you?
No, and that's not something I'll jump down. I am looking forward to, though, eventually, if I do get on a Lycra train, putting on the clip-clops as well and just clipping and clopping my way from cafe to cafe. Latte, thanks.
Very nice. Also, there's been a threat from Extinction Rebellion, the protesters, that they will do some said protests at the start lines of several Tour Down Under legs.
So just on that, I
Yeah.
mean, you know me pretty well, Jodie. Do you think that the environmentalists and someone like myself would be the type of people who would come together and catch up and have fun conversations over a couple of beers? What are these guys and what are they all about?
Well, you know yourself. Do you think you could have an educated conversation with someone about climate change?
Well, I just don't want them to glue themselves to the table when it's time to pay the bill.
That's exactly what they're going to do. They'll glue themselves to the pavement, and then they call the fireys and the cops, and then they come and they bring what is essentially nail polish remover to unglue them from the road, and then they arrest them and off they go. That's how it's, yeah.
Is it fair to say they're not sending a message, they're just being annoying?
Well, they can be annoying when they disrupt traffic at peak hour. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go from climate change to a really smooth segue to The Bachelor, which is back on Channel 10. Okay, so if you don't know, there are three, not one, not two, but three bachelors this year on the show. One of them, Felix, who's your quintessential a bit like you, Hayesy, 6 foot, chiseled jaw, dark hair, like real handsome sort of cat.
Bit of alopecia. Is that what we're talking here?
You have alopecia. Felix does not.
Okay.
He doesn't have patches in his beard and on his hair.
Oh, good.
Anyway, so Felix ruffled some feathers last night at one of the cocktail parties by putting on a full show. He lifted up a blanket and then had like a bit of a pash with Tilly. And then one of the other bachelors were like, hey, man, rein it in.
Oh my god. Guys, they're kissing me.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah.
Excuse me. What the hell? There's still other people here.
Oh, shit.
Come on. Like, seriously, you know what this is all about.
Yeah.
You're either on there to get a profile. Who's genuinely going on The Bachelor these days and saying, I am looking for true love? It's not really, doesn't feel like the most organic place to find true love. So I think Felix is doing what most other people would do in that situation. He's sampling all the fruits.
Would you go in there and try and get as many pashes as you could? Would that be your aim? I mean, I know you're happily married with small children, but
Yeah.
let's put that aside for one moment. Would you, if you were on The Bachelor, just really mac on with as many of the girls as you could?
See, I get so awkward seeing vision of myself dancing.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how awkward it would be to watch vision of myself pashing on.
Yeah.
So that's why I wouldn't want to.
Well, one of the girls, Bachelorette, Ella, didn't like it. She tapped out of all the madness and she sent herself home because she's like, you know what, I'm just emotionally not ready.
In my past, my boyfriend did cheat on me.
I'm obviously not emotionally ready for this, so I thought it'd be best if I just went.
Is it confusing that you can't instantly find true love in a contest where you're competing with tens of other women for just three men's affections?
What show did you think you signed up for, Ella? What show? For goodness sake. It is a competition. You're up against 20 other chicks. He's going to pash other people. I'm not emotionally ready. Well, don't go on the show.
It's Jodie and Hayesy on Nova.
We love feedback. However, you like to laugh at people who say nasty things to you online. So
You don't.
No, I don't. I don't. I like it. It hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Someone said this morning that you were like a soaking wet blanket.
Not a wet blanket, like a blanket that's been absolutely just doused in water, just soaking wet blanket.
Oh, what a little keyboard warrior. So let's cheer ourselves up, shall we, with some nice feedback. Hey, Michael, you've given us a call. Good morning.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I just want to say thank you for, being on the radio at 7 a.m. It makes it getting up easier.
Oh, good on you, Michael. From a beautiful part of the world as well, Golden Grove. It's good to have you on board.
Yeah, it is. I turn on the old boombox, that old dial things. I always have that on Nova and that's it.
On the old
The
boombox.
old boombox.
Whoa.
That's good. You know who that sets a good vibe with? I think Nova Boy likes to cruise around with a boombox as well.
He certainly does. And then, Michael, when you're done with the boombox, do you pick up your little Sony Walkman and get around with that for the rest of the
Oh my god, I wish I still have one of them. Those are the days.
They're kind of retro now, aren't they, Michael?
Yeah, they have. I remember I had one from an older one and I had to hold it straight to walk around. If I didn't hold it straight, it would skip the song.
Oh, yeah, if you tipped it, you're all over the shop.
Yeah, so you just have to walk around with your hands straight up in the air so it doesn't skip.
It was like a platter of food, wasn't it?
And then somehow still keep this cool vibe.
Yeah. as you're walking around like with your two hands in front of you holding your discman.
It's even possible.
Good on you, Michael. Thank
There you go.
So
So in the draw, Michael is for Nova's free for 23. Just get yourself on the air to get yourself in the draw to have your bills covered for a good year or so. Let's get into this.
Jodie and Hayesy, Dead or Alive.
All right, so this, Jodes, is where our absolutely extraordinary young producer, Zoe, comes in. She's done some research.
Yeah.
And she just sort of tells us a bunch of people who are very, very notable, who might have just sort of slipped under the radar after the last sort of couple of years.
Yeah. And so she'll chuck some names at us, and we and everyone who's playing along at home have to work out if they are, as the name of the segment suggests, dead or alive. Zoe, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning. Are we ready?
Zoe.
I'm feeling good about today because we started off strong for Hayesy. It's 3-1 how the score stands now from last round. Not a super strong performance from Jode. So
okay.
we're gonna
All right, mate.
it's gonna be rectified today, I reckon.
You were like one of those horses at the Magic Millions on the Gold Coast yesterday. Just went bang,
Yeah.
bolted,
Yeah.
took off, ran your own race.
Yeah, 10 kilometres down the Gold Coast Highway I went.
I'm feeling good for you today, Jodes.
All right.
Are we ready?
Yeah, good.
Feeling good?
Yeah.
First up.
Yep.
Ray Charles.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
An American American singer, songwriter, and pianist. He is regarded as one of the most iconic and influential singers in history, known for Hit the Road Jack, Can't Stop Loving You. Born 1930 in September, dead or alive. Hayesy, let's kick off with the reigning champ.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm so unbelievably good at this game. It's just ridiculous. So I'll give you the answer here. Unfortunately, Jodes, he passed away.
Okay.
So there you go. You got an answer?
Jodes, what do you reckon?
All right. Well, I just firstly want to commend you for the way you pronounced pianist. You did very well.
Thank you.
You've got to be real careful with that word. Pianist.
What's the alternative version?
Yeah,
Well, it sounds a bit like something else, doesn't it?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, he's dead.
Like what?
All right, both thinking dead.
Yep.
Correct, he is dead.
There you go.
He died in 2003 following health battles. Succumbed to liver failure. Bummer.
The only problem with what we're doing here is when we successfully both say that someone's dead and we get it right, we have a little celebration.
It's grim. It is grim. Well,
Feels wrong.
We'll jump into another one.
But Ray doesn't know.
All right, number 2, Bill Gates.
Hello, I'm Bill Gates, chairman of Microsoft.
William Henry Gates III, an American business magnate and philanthropist and co-founder of Microsoft, born in 1955, dead or alive.
You go first, Jodes.
Bill's still with us.
Yeah, Bill is still with us, definitely.
We're
I
both-
feel like we would have heard something. It would have been huge when Bill Gates passed away. I don't think Bill's that old, is he?
He is alive. That's a success story for both of you, actually.
Yes.
And for Bill.
Celebrate
and for Bill.
the
And for
life
Bill.
of someone.
Do you know what? That one tripped me up because of Steve Jobs. To me, they're the same person.
I was thinking, yes. Yes. Zoe, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
All right.
that's 1-1.
Yeah, 1-1 for this one. And last but not least, Larry King.
Ooh.
Next on Larry King Live.
An American television and radio host. Over his career, he's hosted over 50,000 interviews. Most popular for Larry King Show and Larry King Live. Is he dead or alive?
I'm going to let you go first.
Oh.
I have no idea. I'm going to say that he, unfortunately, is no longer with us.
Jodie?
I'm also going to say that he is
Wow. We're both copying each other today.
no longer with us because I reckon it was quite recent that he passed away. Am I right? Am I right?
You are correct. He has died, which is grim. He died in 2021 from complications from COVID.
Jeez, I hope you've got a tiebreaker. Or are you going to call it a tie?
I actually have to call it a tie.
Right.
There you go.
Which actually, that's good.
Okay.
You're back a bit.
I'll take that because it means I'm still overall in the lead.
Right.
You are, yeah. It is now 6-4. We'll play again next week. And
Beautiful.
Jodes, it's time for a comeback.
There you go. Okay, Jodie, just start thinking about it.
Shut up, everyone. I was happy with that performance today. Thank you very much.
Research. Can you start researching some death, please? Jodes, need some advice
Oh,
because you're a mother of hundreds of girls.
yeah.
4 girls. We've established that you're a girl factory.
Yeah.
That's what you do. Ranging in ages from 3 to 21.
Well, yeah, nearly 22, yeah.
Oh boy, just a little 18-year gap in between.
Yeah, I've been fertile for a very, very long period in my life.
You certainly have. That's a very
just
responsible
rock
way
up
to
to the-
describe it.
People just rock over to the girl factory and go, hey, I want one. I'm like, well, I'm your woman.
Hey, you got a girl for me? Sure. Give us 9 months.
You want a boy? Piss off down the road.
Well, yeah, I have a boy.
Yeah.
I have a 4-year-old boy and I have a 2-year-old girl. 4-year-old boy is getting to the stage where we have some very, very interesting conversations, where we have genuine conversations about everything.
Okay.
And I have to set some rules. My wife is the best mother that I've ever known. Sounds like I'm saying she's better than my mother.
And
she is.
Sounds
No,
like
she is.
Sounds like you're saying she's better than me also.
Probably. I'm going to say probably.
Righto.
I just set the boundary the other day and say to my 4-year-old son at about 7:30 in the morning, no, you cannot have ice cream for breakfast.
Good parenting. You're
It's
learning.
good, wasn't it? I nearly cracked too.
Yeah.
I nearly got the Golden North out.
Yeah, right.
But I didn't. I said, no, mate, you can't have ice cream for breakfast. Maybe you can have ice cream for dessert. You need to have toast or cereal or something else, okay?
Wait, but define dessert. So after you've had your toast and cereal, then you can have your
Dessert at night time. Dessert in the PM.
Good,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
Good,
we
good.
don't have dessert at breakfast in the Hayes household. So that wasn't received very well. And for the first time in my life, in my relationship with my kids, he turned to me and he said, I hate you.
That is ye old arrow through the heart.
Oh, and it really, really hurt me.
Did you take a deep breath, walk away, which is what you should have done, and just reassessed and gone, okay, he's 4, he doesn't mean it, it's fine. And did you go back to him and then deal with him appropriately?
Unfortunately, I dealt with it the same way that you deal with an adult, very in a childish, immature way. And I said, well, good, I hate you too. Which almost rattled him. He looked at me and went, okay, then we're on the same path here, and started watching TV again. I didn't handle it very well, I don't think.
You told your 4-year-old, so you've responded like a child. You've gone, good, I hate you too.
Yes, very immature.
Are you at childcare in the playground and you're having a fight over who gets to use the monkey bars?
It felt like that sort of situation.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, someone who's well qualified to assess this situation, and a little surprise for you now, your wife, Cara, is on the line. Good morning, Cara.
Good morning, Mrs. Hayes.
Good morning, guys.
So how well did your husband handle that situation with your son?
Look, he could have handled it a lot better. I often feel like I've got 3 children when Henry and Andrew start bickering, because he really does deal with a lot of it like a child as they come looking for me. You can hear it through the background. Andrew and Henry, Andrew doesn't give him enough credit. He can push Andrew's buttons like nothing on earth.
Yeah.
And and they often, it's only going to get worse as Henry gets older. I can see it now.
I can hear him in the background. Cara,
I know. This is the same child, remember,
Yeah.
who I often say to Hayesy, he's 4, mate. Like, you've got to remember that. He asked us this morning if we could go to Africa on a plane for the day. He doesn't get the concept of what he's saying or what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's got an invisible friend called Nothing, who it's Nothing's fault. If Henry does anything wrong, Nothing told him to do it. And and that's his reasoning out of everything. And here's Hayesy just bickering back with him. Let him go. He's 4.
That's not fair. He started it. Are you schnitting me?
A $100 Schnithouse voucher on the line right here, right now. Mary from Broadview is playing along. Hey, Mary.
Hey, how you doing?
We're great, thank you. You're new to our new show. How are we going?
No. Yeah, really good. I love it. I love Nova. Yeah. You can listen to it all the time.
All right, well, thanks for getting involved this morning, Mary.
All right, Mary, this is how this is going to roll out. We're going to tell a story. I'll go first. You can go second, Andrew. And you just have to tell us which one of us is schnitting you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. Hayesy, back in the day, I had a little patch where my first marriage ended before my second one began.
Okay. So you were off slaying some dragons. Is that what you're trying to say? You were trying to find Mr. Right.
I was trying to find Mr. Right.
Yep.
And where do you find Mr. Right? At a Maroon 5.
At Marble Bar?
No.
Oh, not at Marble Bar.
At a Maroon 5 concert. So basically, I went along with a girlfriend, and I hope my husband's not listening this morning. And we were like, wonder where the band's staying. So we went back to the Hilton, right? Because we heard that they were staying there. And then we were in the bar. Sure enough, the band comes back, and there were a few beverages consumed, and I may or may not have pashed one of the band members of Maroon 5.
Oh, yes. So, look, I can ask one question here. Let me ask one
You can
question.
ask one, that's it.
Was it Adam Levine?
No, it wasn't.
Okay, so it wasn't Adam Levine. It was one of the other guys.
It was one of the, backup dudes.
Right, and no disrespect to Maroon 5, but off the top of my head, can't really
Name?
roll off their names.
Yeah.
The others.
Yeah, like the Rolling Stones, you could name them all.
Sure.
Not so Maroon 5.
Okay.
There you go.
Look, it's pretty believable, I must say. Not because I think you're that way inclined that you searching as your time where you're a little groupie.
That I'm a loosey-goosey. No. You're not suggesting that.
Hey, Mary, believable?
Maybe. I want to hear yours.
All right, what you got?
So when I was, I grew up on the farm, and I actually went to a school, my primary school. There were 15 kids. I was the only one in my year, and there was no one in the year above. And that's probably why I have some difficulties having normal conversations with people. Came from a very, very nice little country area, an isolated part of the planet, which is beautiful.
15 people in your entire school?
My entire school, there was 15 kids.
Who was your teacher?
I do remember it as Mrs. Walker, who was, I'll say this before I get into it, times were a little bit different back then, and she was very, very backhandsy if you misbehaved, if you know what I mean.
Whoa.
Yeah, things were a little bit different back then. And then I had Mrs. Craigie.
Okay.
She was an absolute angel.
Was she? All right.
15 kids, and I was school captain 2 years in a row by default, but no one's done it before.
15 kids, you can't claim school captain. What, you're in charge of 14 other children? Give me a spell.
Yeah. School has since been shut down.
Right.
But there you go.
Mary?
Yep.
Thoughts?
I reckon it's the Maroon 5 story. I reckon it might be that one.
There you go.
I didn't bash anyone from Maroon 5.
You were hoping to.
What does that say about Jodie, though, Mary, when you're like, oh, that's more believable?
Do you know the best way to get friends is to borderline bribe them, purchase them, as you will. We, for the astute of you out there, we just played a little bit of Sam Smith audio, and that was your cue to call. Who we got on the line there, Hayesy?
Let's get Elaine from Trott Park. Good morning to you, Elaine.
Oh, my God, you picked my call up. I love you so much.
Okay, so what we're going to tell you is keep trying, because we've got some Sam Smith tickets to give to you before 9 o'clock, okay?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you bad thing.
Oh.
Oh, my God. I love you guys.
Oh.
You're so good.
Oh, thank you.
I've listened since you started this week, but before, obviously, I was a keen Ben and Liam fan, I must say. And then, obviously, Smallsy's surgery was also giving away tickets, so I got to know him really well too. I put him on in the morning before I even get dressed. How sad is that? Oh my God,
Elaine, your commitment to the cause is admirable. It's been amazing.
Oh, but yeah, the shows are great too. I mean, yeah, you guys are really sort of You make my life bearable. What can you say?
That's good. I tell you what. Well, Sam Smith's going to make your life absolutely magical. Elaine, am I picking up an English accent there as well?
Yes, you are. I came to Australia 3 years ago with my family, and never managed to see him in the UK. So you can imagine how delighted I am that. Yeah. Oh my goodness! I'm just pinching myself. Oh, is this real? Is this a dream? Yeah, I'm living the life. I'm a retired lady. So yeah.
Oh,
well, Elaine, the concert, Sam Smith. It's Gloria, the tour to Adelaide, playing the Entertainment Centre Saturday, October 28. And you can get your tickets on Wednesday, January 18 at 12:30pm. No need for you, Elaine. You are off to Sam Smith.
Good stuff, Elaine.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much.
Outstanding. It's Jodie and Hayesy on Adelaide's Nova 919. Good morning.
Well, Hayesy, it's been my life's mission this week to bring in friends of the show. This guy, I can't begin to explain. When you see him in the building, when you see him at sports press conferences, the reaction between the two of you is just what can only be described as pure man love.
It just takes me to an area where I'm a 4-year-old again.
I know.
It's really good. It's like a 4-year-old and I'm meeting Buzz Lightyear in the flesh.
That's exactly what it's like. Good morning to you, beautiful Tom Rehn.
Oh, it's so good to be here. I was going to say 4-year-old might be overstating it, maybe more like 2 or 3. But I got to say, I've seen you two in the building, and I just had to come in both rock stars, but very humble as well. So it is a pleasure to be here this morning with you.
That's so nice. Just explain to each other what you did when you saw each other. There was a lot of touching, there's a lot of holding hands, a lot of grunting,
Well,
a lot of grunting.
Hayesy is a very attractive man, and I'm just always keen to get my hands and my body on all over his. I was about to say something really awkward then.
Could not be more mutual too, by the way. And
it's a bit like Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger from Twins. Is the height differential, but it works. We make it work.
You just make it work. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Good friends as well with Tommy's wife Sarah. And quite often we'll get into Sarah's ear and just say, look, you don't know how lucky you are, Sarah. Don't you let him go ever. And Sarah actually said, just to paint a bit of a visual on what Tommy's wearing right now, it's like he's got this belt, shorts ensemble with I think it's a Tommy Hilfiger type polo. His hair's done. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Sarah said to us the other day that it's 4 o'clock in the morning when you're getting to go work at Double A. You wake her up and ask her what you should wear.
Happened this morning.
I was going to say.
Nothing's changed.
Do you reckon I'm asking Cara what I should wear? Hence I'm wearing my undies on my head.
She said to me the other day, she said, you're 39 years of age, you're 40 this year. She said, it might be time where we draw the line and you start to have to dress yourself.
Well, the other thing is it comes full circle, doesn't it? When you're a little kid, when you're a little boy and the apple of your mother's eye, she'll lay out your clothes for school the next day. You idiots are still doing it at what age?
40's the cut-off date, though, is it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that'll do.
Oh, no, I start now.
I think they made a movie. We can star in Step Brothers.
I was going to say Will Ferrell.
Got the 40-year-old delinquents.
Well, Tommy, thanks for coming in, giving us some man love. You are the hardest working man in media.
No, you're too kind.
There's no question about that.
It is a joy to listen to you guys. Great chemistry. Loving the show already and can't wait for a massive 2023. It's going to be outstanding.
That's so nice. Go on, give him a hug. You know you want to.
All right.
Oh, come here, you.